Hi, everyone. Welcome to my Starting Healthy Lifestyles Young webinar. This webinar is going to concentrate on nutrition, how to get children engaged in nutrition activities, what we could do in the classroom to link nutrition to our lessons and how to make it fun and helping them to want to try new fruits and vegetables and to have that be their normal. So again, children spend 8 hours a day in the classroom either in home daycare, regular daycare, or even school. So this is a great time to be able to educate, show them what social eating is all about, where food comes from. So many children in high school, not even children, high school, don't even know where like a potato comes from or celery, or they don't know that what grows on trees and what comes from the ground. Lots of their food comes from a can. So just teaching them, how to eat fresh and, that it's okay not to like something, but, try to make it fun to try it. And that's all we want them to do is at least try it and experience new things, let them talk about it. And so we're going to get into that. I'm getting a little ahead of myself because I got really excited, but let me pull up my presentation and hopefully I do this correctly. Let's see. Here we go. All right, I did it. I'm very proud of myself. I'm getting better with this um, Zoom stuff, but okay, here we go. So, starting healthy lifestyles young. Okay, like this is a perfect example. I love this little picture because they are this, either a provider, we can imagine who this is, a mom, aunt, whoever it is already letting this child put in some of the vegetables, look at the colors, so they're already getting involved. This is just such a great picture. I just want to bring your attention to right off the get go. But why are we doing this? Why are we wanting to get children to eat healthy early on? Well, these are some of the problems, especially as an RN, I see this. Obesity is a major catalyst in a lot of these health concerns. And childhood obesity is on the rise. So I'm going to get to that in a second. But some of the health concerns that happen, and this is even people in their 20s and 30s, are diabetes, breathing problems such as asthma and sleep apnea. A lot of our obese adults have sleep apnea, which is they stop breathing when they're sleeping, which could cause to, increase heart disease, stroke, things like that. So having that extra weight on your body can cause something such as sleep apnea that can cause other health concerns like the hypertension and all that stuff. So, joint problems and musculoskeletal discomfort. So, having that extra weight on your body is going to put more force on those joints and your musculoskeletal system. So, think about that. Like, do you arthritis and all kinds of just pain? If you're having pain, you're not going to want to be able to exercise. It's not going to be the first thing that you're going to want to do. You're going to want to rest your body. So we want to make sure we prevent that from even happening. And then fatty liver disease, gallstones, gastroesophageal reflux, which is just a fancy word for saying heartburn. Those are all things that just don't make you feel good and can lead to other more serious concerns. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, those are the biggest ones. People are having heart attacks younger and more at risk as they increase in age. So we want to start with this heart healthy living, promoting the activity and promoting these healthy activities where you can learn how to eat healthier and just be healthier. So, moving forward, and childhood obesity also leads to psychological problems, anxiety, and depression. Because if you're not feeling good about yourself, like if you're not exercising, when you are exercising, you are releasing endorphins, you are moving your body, you're not necessarily in a bad place. You have more self confidence. If you lose that, or if you're going to school, you're getting picked on, your clothes don't fit, like we all kind of know, when we don't feel good about ourselves, that it is depressing. Well, this stuff happens just as a young age. I have many children I have seen who are obese, and you can tell the difference in the way that they are and the way that they interact with other children their age because they are more self-conscious. So, a lot of times we think about it, we're like, oh, they're going to grow out of it, it's going to be fine. But what can we do now to help them not even ever have to even go through that? Or if they do go through it, how can we have those conversations with the parents and say, hey, what can we do together to make this child healthier? So I know those are tough conversations to have. And of course, if you ever need to have them, you can contact me. I can help you through that, or at least give you some suggestions on how to have those conversations. But they are important conversations to have. And when you are doing healthy activities, share those. And of course, I'm getting ahead of myself, but share those with your families. Share the menus that you're serving with the families. Let them know and celebrate when children in your center or home have had new, or even your own children have had something new and like it. They your child saying, I love broccoli, I want broccoli. Well, that's great, let's celebrate that with this sticker, let's put your name on a chart, let's make that a big deal, because it is a big deal. And there's also social problems with bullying, and we all know that that's children love to tease. You're going to probably get teased whether no matter what size you are, but it's just, if we can prevent the obesity, it's something that we should want to prevent anyway. It's just, we want to do that. So start healthy is what I always say. And then I just wanted to kind of put this out just to give a visual of this is right from the Department of Public Health on childhood obesity from ages 2 to 4. Um, so you can see right here, the children who are underweight, it's just a very small percentage. It's yellow right here, which is 3.5. Then we have the obese, which is 14.8. And then the overweight, which is 15.3, that's in the blue. And then the normal weight, which is good for that age, which is 66.4. However, so this is 2 to 4. And as all of you who work in early childhood or have children yourself know, that if this is the healthiest, like we have 66.4%, as the children get a little bit older, they get bigger. I don't know, some you would think because they get taller, they thin out, but a lot of times it's that age group after the 2 to 4 where they start to increase in their weight. So just kind of keep that in mind, that 2 to 4 years old, like that's early enough to be able to start. Even earlier than that, once they start eating, let's just start that nutrition as soon as they are able to have one bite of food. It's just very important. And just think about what we can do for prevention, and then starting these habits early in school. I mean, how can we, as these models, these role models for these children, get in what we need to get in? We only have, these children for a couple years, some of us shorter than other if they're in an actual daycare center. What can we do to make a difference in their life and to get them to see? Because children are not able to sit down at tables and eat with their family. A lot of people are on the go. People aren't having gardens at their house all the time, or even know how to even have that conversation with the kids. So here it is, we are going to learn how to do it, we're going to learn how to do it well, and we are going to pass that on to our families so that they're able to do that as well. So just starting with something simple. This is a simple change that you can do in your home daycare house, is having water available. Hydration is so important. And I know a lot of times, and I hear this, well, children have to go to the bathroom, and it's like a whole big thing. Well, let the children go to the bathroom. I know it's a big deal, especially if you have to change diapers and things like that, but hydration is so important. You want to have them, I know that they get their milk 3 times a day when they're in centers through like the CACFP program, but that's very important as well. But hydration with water is a good choice. It's a choice that you want them to make over soda and juice. Juice, even though, there are some good things about juice, but juice packs a lot of sugar. So if there's juice being served, I would always dilute it and to have it be rare, like a special treat, because that sugar is going to keep your children awake. It's going to spike their behaviors. I don't know if you've ever seen a child have a big sip of juice and 2 seconds later they are running around and you cannot get their attention to get them to stop throwing things. And, it's just it's not even worth it. To be quite honest, I would actually just 100% stick with the water, in my opinion, unless it's a super hot day and you want to dilute a little juice. But the other thing is to have it available. So have it available as the choice. You want to have a sip of water, it's there. You have your own water bottle, it's labeled. They can either take it out of the fridge or have like a little water station. And, just make sure you monitor that they are, in fact, drinking out of their own bottles, because, children don't always know. It depends on their age. Your children, but it is a nice way to get them to enjoy quenching their thirst with water, as opposed to the soda, the juice, or anything else. That is definitely it's habit forming. It's addictive, and they're going to want that. The chocolate milk they're going to want over regular milk. So you want to start off with regular milk, nothing added to it, and water. And I would just honestly stick with those as a way just to promote healthier choices as you get older. Because I don't know if anyone's ever struggled with being addicted to soda. For me, it was like energy drinks, and it's very difficult to wean off of it. People get addicted to coffee. We all have our vices, but we want to preserve these healthy little bodies for as long as we can, or at least get them to drink things without the additives. So I love these little things. I found them on Pinterest. I think I probably have drilled it into all of you that I just love and obsessed with Pinterest. But I found these just as like little charts that you can do to encourage healthy eating habits, or even if you're doing a gardening activity and now you're trying different vegetables from the garden, peppers, tomatoes, and even different colors of things. This is just something to celebrate, a reward system, if you will. That's what it says on here, to celebrate these big achievements. There might be sometimes where you're putting a little portion of like broccoli on a child's plate, and they are saying no to it every single time. And all you're saying is, just let me just try it. Just try it, or just leave it there. And with the hope that after maybe 15 times of, attempting to do this, that they try it and we're able to celebrate that. So, you don't need to glob on a bunch of cheese or anything like that. Just give it time, keep introducing, keep talking about it, and then let them touch it, prepare it. And, you have it in your books, you have it in videos. There's just different ways of like getting that information, that will eventually, hopefully get them to want to try it. But the best thing is that they will learn about it. So, we're planting the seed, if you will. So I created a couple of videos of some activities that you can change up. You can kind of make your own, with whatever it is that you have in your house, and you can do them pretty regularly. And it not only introduces the foods, but it gives children the option of which healthy foods to put on their plate. So even if they only pick just one, they're having something. So I'm going to show these to you, and we'll start with the watermelon pizza, which I think is a really good one. I thought was a big hit.
Hi everyone, welcome to my super easy, super fun cooking activity to do with kids. I love doing little activities that are interactive, and this is such a fun one to do because we're learning, it's springtime, learning about how things grow. We can easily eat through the colors of the rainbow and talk about how we are building our pizza and how it's good for us. So easy. You just cut the watermelon into little rounds just like this. Everyone, you can give them a smaller piece if you want to. You know your children, so you do what's best. And again, when everyone will get a turn to scoop their own toppings, and you just talk about it and have it be interactive as you go while you're doing so many things. So you can say, okay, everyone put a scoop of yogurt on your pizza. So everyone can do it together, one at a time, however you set it up. I love putting them in these cute little cups. And you talk about where the yogurt comes from. Yogurt comes from cows. Do you remember ever seeing a cow? Did you ever go to a farm? So it's conversational. Is yogurt healthy? Um, is this something that we want to put in our bodies? So you can measure, you can talk about it. Then my second ingredient, we have our strawberries. So sometimes people will, and I love when they do this, have a little garden in the back or even in the classroom that you can kind of reference to the strawberries because there's a couple of things going on here. First of all, we are engaging the children, they're cooking themselves, so they're more probably going to want to try the foods, I guess is the best thing to say. So if they don't usually eat strawberries, it's not their thing. They may try it because they've either seen it growing outside, you've referenced it in books, you've done other activities with it, and now they're actually making their own pizza with it. So you could say just sprinkle a little bit of strawberry on top. And oh my gosh, these smell so good. Has anyone ever tried a strawberry? Who likes strawberries? Another fun thing I've seen when you do little activities like this, you can have a little chart where you can chart who likes certain strawberries, blueberries, whatever it is that you're putting on, and take like a little science poll or do some math with it. It's just kind of like a fun way to incorporate so many different things and learning modalities. So I have some apples. So we could put on apples. Where do apples come from? Do you remember when we talked about the orchards? Who has ever seen an apple tree? What color are the apples? So you could talk about all kinds of things. Are apples sweet? Is your apple sour? There's different types. And again, you could do different charting and things like that. If somebody tried an apple for the first time, you can give them a sticker, put their name on a little board, make a big deal about it. It's a celebration. We're celebrating healthy eating, we're celebrating healthy bodies. And the more color we have in our meals, the healthier our meal tends to be, right? So we have some nice orange mandarins. So I'm going to put some of those on. And we can say how many mandarins are we going to put on our pizza. So I'm going to put on 4 little mandarins. It's already looking so pretty. I wish I had more color here. And then I found the cutest for yellow, these little tiny little bananas so everyone can get one. And what I like about this is a lot of children, age appropriate, of course, usually our preschoolers, are able to cut with a plastic knife. So this is a little plastic knife. So you can have them peel their own bananas and have that be a part of the activity, of course, if they're old enough, and then also supervise. So I'm just going to put that over there, and you can just have them cut it into little pieces. And you can say, how many pieces are you going to put on your pizza? And I'm going to put on, again, 4 little pieces. This is shaping up to be a nice little pizza here. And then my favorite thing is topping it off with a little crunch. So I have a little gluten-free granola, and I'm just going to sprinkle on top. And you can also, if the kids like it, sprinkle a little cinnamon or make it a little fun. And then, get your little pizza cutter and you cut it up for the kids into nice little pieces. So again, it's not only just a healthy, nutritious activity we're trying to eat through the rainbow, but we are also talking about it, engaging in it. We're doing math, science. You can make it as big as you want or as simple as you want. But the main goal here is to teach children about eating healthier. So here's our little pizza. I hope you all liked it. Please come back. I will be posting more videos.
Okay, so that is one way of just getting the children engaged. They're actually doing a cooking activity, so you can have them count how many of, like I said, the mandarin oranges they want to put on, or, you can talk about portion sizes, what's a healthy portion, where does the food come from, the colors. And so you're getting all kinds of things and conversation with just one activity. And again, you can change up the fruits, you can change up how you do it. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a watermelon. You can do it on apples. I've seen people cut apples and make these little pizzas on apples. And again, this is like a Pinterest activity, and you can do whatever you want that. You can link it to books and of course any kind of gardening that you're doing. So I have another one that I did with vegetables. So I'm going to show that to you. And again, you do not have to watch this whole webinar to get to these. I actually have a YouTube channel where you can just click on the video itself and I will get that shared for you. But let's try to make these little, they could be pizzas, tacos, quesadillas. So I'll show you that.
Hi everyone, welcome to my healthy nutrition activity. This is a great cooking activity to do with children because they can pick and choose what they want to do. So it kind of makes it so there's no pushback. It's going to be a much easier experience for everyone. They can make a little vegetable pizza, they can make a quesadilla, a taco, or a pinwheel. So they get to choose right off the bat what they want to do, or you can all do it together. They can make a choice. You can do it different every time. This is a very fun little activity to do. I am using today hummus, but you can use cheese. You can use whatever it is. For a cream cheese is good too. And you're just going to put a little bit. I'm going to say to the children, everyone take a little scoop. So this is a really small spoon, and smear it over the top of your tortilla. So I'm using a small little corn tortilla, but you can use flour. You can use whatever you want. Whole wheat is good one too. So the thing is about hummus is a healthy spread, but in moderation. So this is a great time to teach moderation. You can even use, I know everyone's talking about, doing this in a COVID friendly way. So everyone can get their own little package, and just do a little smear right there. And then I have peppers. So this is not always the easiest buy-in for children, so it's great to tie it into books, little YouTubes. If you're growing any peppers, that's great too, because the more that they're exposed to it, the more that they know where it comes from, and then having the hands-on ability to put that on their food gives them more of a chance to actually try it. And when they try something, that is a huge celebration. We want to give them a sticker. We want to put their name on a chart saying, "Look who tried this. They like it." It's a big deal because a lot of like young teens, they don't know where healthy food comes from. So we want to start this as early as possible. And even if you can get them to even put one little piece on there, that is a victory. Even if they don't even eat it, just to get them to put it on there. Don't get discouraged because sometimes it could take 15 tries or more to get them to even try it. So everything is victory. I have some different colored tomatoes. So this is kind of now these are I chopped really big, so you're going to want to chop these smaller for your little ones. But talk about the colors. Like that's really exciting. Which colors do you like? I mean, I personally like the red ones and even the orange, but that's a whole discussion in that of itself. So even having tomato plants, or again, something that maybe they can pick and even use, but even over a store bought is kind of a fun little activity in that of itself. I also have avocado. This, of course, I love avocado, but this is hit or miss also. So, you might want to say like take a little bit and put it on. This is a healthy fat. You want to still have moderation, maybe take a little scoop. Just have like a little bit of a green color pop out of there. And then today I also have carrots. And the reason why I have carrots is because I wanted to talk about them. Carrots are considered a choking hazard. So if you do use carrots, because the children do love them, you want to microwave them so that they're soft, and you want to make sure that they're in really small pieces. That is super important because you don't want anyone to choke, especially when they're eating healthy. Like we want to make sure that we're doing the best that we can and doing it the right way. So just being aware of that. But right now I have like the cutest little pizza, and I can cut this up into little pieces. I can fold it in half and make it into a quesadilla, or I can roll it up and do a little pinwheel and slice it, and or make it into a little taco like I'm going to do today. So I hope you found this fun. I hope the kids love it, and please come back for more ideas. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, so those are a couple
Hi, everyone.
ideas. Let me try to turn this over to just like help you kind of like introduce these foods and make it fun, but then you're giving them choices. So I think that's like the key takeaway here is to have all these choices. So they're only going to choose something healthy. They're not going to choose something not healthy, but whatever they do choose is a huge victory, and we just celebrate that. And then I have one more. These are the overnight oats. So a lot of us serve breakfast and for the children. I don't know if all the kids come for breakfast, but this is a great way if they, especially if they come consistently, for the children to make their be part of breakfast because you do it the day before. So I'm just going to press play for this.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today. We are going to be doing overnight oats. This is a great activity if you have children that love breakfast. It's fun for them to help, and they can do it the night before. And you can get these little cute jars. You can label it with their names, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. So, again, this is another activity where you can have the children do it themselves. So, it's almost like a cooking activity. You can talk about the ingredients that you're putting in, their likes, their dislikes, where it comes from. So it could be a whole thing, again, tied into your lessons in your day to day. And what we do is we can measure. So I put a little measuring scoop in my oats. So a quarter of a cup of oats is usually good for like a preschool age, but just know whatever is the serving portion is for your age group. And of course, any allergies or anything like that. So you would have the children each scoop out a quarter cup and put it into their little mason jar or whatever little bowls you have. And then you would have them put in their ingredients. So for me, like I want to make an apple and banana. So I will put in, and you can count too. I'm going to put in 4 apples. So 4 little scoops. And then I'm going to do, oh, maybe I'll do like a couple strawberries, and you can talk about where the strawberries come from, the colors. Have you had strawberries before? Are they your favorite? So it's really, you can talk about it again. Is it sweet? Is it sour? There's all kinds of questions you can ask when it comes to talking about fruits and where, what color of the rainbow is it? Oh, it's red. It's just like, it's so fun. Is anyone wearing red today? So I'm putting in some bananas. I'm just going to pack that down in here. And what color are bananas? They are supposed to be yellow, but does it look, it almost looks white. You could talk about that. Does it turns brown? So there's all kinds of like sciencey stuff you could talk about with that. And then of course, so they're scooping, they're counting, they're talking about their favorites. It's conversation. It's all kinds of fun. They're more willing to try things because they've made it. You can link it into any of your activities that you're doing in the house. If you're gardening, if you're talking about something that you saw on television, a book, or maybe you went to an orchard or you pick something. This is just a great way to incorporate all of that. I have my milk here, so you can have them pour. So this is great for working on those little fine motor skills. And so you just fill it up, and literally that's it. You just put the cap right on. You can shake it, and you just literally stick it in the refrigerator overnight. It's ready to go in the morning. You can heat it up or eat it cold. So super easy, lots of fun. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think.
Okay, so that's the last video. I'm gonna hopefully try to come up with some more, but I just wanted to give us a little something to start with to just really like get going with this because now we are getting a lot more. It's springtime and summertime's coming. It's right around the corner, and we can get our hands on even growing some of these things, but just being aware of how to do that. And then I have like a little child here, they're actually, you see them like cutting and chopping. Like we want to teach children how to make things, right? Because there's so many children, teenagers that don't know how to cook. They don't know how to put things together. They don't know how to follow recipes. And here they are. We have these little ones. They're so cute and they're doing it. And they're going to be set up for success as they move into adulthood. And that's really what we want. We want to start these habits young. I'm going to say it 1,000 times so that this way they can take this into adulthood and just lead healthier lifestyles, and not only just for themselves but for their families and even for their families that they live with. So it's just a very nice pattern to be a part of, and you touch so many lives that this is just a very very fortunate thing that they're able to have with all of you. So I have again my Instagram. I know I've gone through this before. I do post healthy activities on here, and I will try to get all of this not only on my YouTube channel, but on here as well. And if you have any healthy recipes that you can share with us, or things that you do, any activities for nutrition that we can put on here. Of course, I do not share anyone's faces, but it's just a great way, a little reference, a little resource that we can use, for things that are successful. And I always love to try new things. I like to bring new things to the table, and you all have so many. So this will be like kind of like a one stop shop where you can get that information. So I just wanted to mention that. And again, I'll have to keep moving my face all around. Here is my email. So if you ever want to talk about nutrition, or if you do have any ideas that you would like me to post about or make a webinar about, I would love to. Or if you want, suggestions, we can talk about that one on one. And again, here is my Instagram site if you have anything you would like me to post that we can share and add to our toolkit. But I just want to thank you so much for joining me today. I had so much fun. I hope this helped, and have a wonderful day.